The Catholic Morning Show.
Welcome back to the Catholic Morning Show. This is Sam Halligan, your host this morning, filling in for Bo Bonner before he returns on Monday. We are going to be diving into a conversation this morning that is surrounding an awesome event that is happening here this Saturday, Biking for Babies, the Central Iowa Ride. And maybe some of you are familiar with Biking for Babies. Maybe some of you, this is new. We've got an awesome guest in studio this morning, Todd Clancy. Todd, how are you doing this morning?
Doing great. How are you?
Yeah, doing really well. Yeah. I'm really excited to hear more about Biking for Babies because even though I grew up in the Des Moines area, this is still relatively new to me. Moved back here about a month ago. And I think my first exposure to Biking for Babies was a couple years back at one of the Focus conferences, Seat Conference down in St. Louis. I ran into Jemmy Becker and he was wearing a Biking for Babies shirt. Recognized him, but didn't know about the organization and got the opportunity to kind of learn a little bit more, ask him about the organization and all the things. So we're going to have a very similar conversation this morning for those who don't know about Biking for Babies and those who want to learn more. So Todd, could you maybe share from just a 30,000 foot view, what is Biking for Babies? Where did it come from? Maybe just a little bit of the history of the organization.
Sure. So my understanding is that I think it was about 16 years ago, Jimmy Becker and some of his college friends, not sure where they were, but they heard John Paul II's quote, "Woe to you who do not defend life." And they took it to heart and they thought, boy, we got to do something.
Yeah.
So they were endurance athletes, cyclists, marathoners, that type of stuff. So the concept came to be that, hey, I'll ask some of my friends, if I go ride my bike 100 miles today, will you contribute a quarter a mile or, whatever it is? And I think that first year, if memory serves, I think they raised between $10,000 and $15,000 that they donated to a local pregnancy resource center. So 16 years later, what it has become is on the national level, I think there are between 90 and 100 young men and women that they'll ride approximately 600 miles in 6 days.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of miles.
So there is some sacrificial suffering there, and what their real core mission is to develop disciples and followers of Jesus Christ and defend life. But while they're doing that, they also raise money. And I think last year they raised over $400,000 that they distributed to over 90 pregnancy resource centers and maternity homes all around the country. So kind of the next iteration of that, and what we've been working on for 4 or 5 years, is we do a local ride here, starting at St. Luke the Evangelist in Ankeny.
Okay.
So we've got three different lengths. If you want to know, do I have to be some hardcore Tour de France cyclist to do this? The answer is no.
Yeah.
So our first ride, we have a 5-mile family ride.
Okay.
And you'll see a lot of littles there, 5, 6, 7-year-olds, families, all that type of stuff. Very, very easy. We ride the High Trestle Trail. It's flat. You don't have to worry about cars and things like that. Our second distance is 23 miles, and that'll go up the trail to Slater and have a turnaround there. And then the long version, we do a 48-mile ride, which goes to Woodward and back. And that is typically the route that Bishop Johnson rides if his schedule allows it.
Yeah.
None of us are riding our bikes as fast as we used to when we were kids.
Yeah, fair enough. That's amazing, though. I mean, I think about just hearing the story of the founding of Biking for Babies. I mean, I'm personally, the thing that kind of comes to my mind, and maybe as an encouragement for other people listening, is started by 2 college students, right? Two young adults that had a mission that God placed on their heart, and then now it's kind of exploded. 16 years later, you said, thousands upon thousands of dollars given away to and donated to pregnancy resource like centers and maternity things, and being able to now expand that not just in one place, but it happens kind of nationally, right? There's multiple rides that happen all around the U.S., one of which is this Saturday, starting at St. Luke's on Saturday. So thanks for sharing a little bit about what people can kind of expect. I guess when this ride takes place, where where can people learn more? Where can people register to become a part of this?
Sure. And we are definitely, you can register today online. If you just want to show up tomorrow, we can register you at the site. Mm-hmm. But if you want to go online, the website is bikingforbabies.com.
Okay, bikingforbabies.com. Yeah. And I think, there's a lot of things that go on Saturdays. If you had to share, maybe some people are on the fence about, oh man, this sounds good, maybe a good mission. What would you say to people maybe who are on the fence, like to truly join this effort and to go and do something like this together?
Well, number one, it's just a bunch of fun.
Yeah.
You're out there with a bunch of like-minded people that support the money that we raise will stay in Central Iowa. Mm-hmm. So it will support InnerVisions Healthcare, Agape Pregnancy Resource Center, Ruth Harbor, mm-hmm. and Martha's House of Hope in Ames. So all that money that we raise and your registrations go to and things like that really stay local.
Yeah.
So it is a way to make a difference right here in our communities. And the other thing is, I always joke with Bishop Johnson that he's in charge of weather. Mm-hmm. And if you listen to the forecast earlier here, we got a pretty good day lined up.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be about 80 and sunny.
Wow.
It'll be fun. There'll be enthusiastic people. I always enjoy the people on the family ride to see 6, 7, 8-year-old kids going out there and they're just happy to be alive and on a bike, and it's just a great event.
Yeah, amazing. And obviously something that's been meaningful to you to be able to not only be one of the spokespeople for it, helping people get there, but also obviously a big volunteer thing that you do as well. Is maybe could you share just briefly about like why you got so involved and so passionate about Biking for Babies?
Yeah, it's a couple things. First of all, I enjoy cycling.
Yep.
Probably did one of my least favorite jobs yesterday and got my bike cleaned up.
Okay.
So we're ready to go.
There you go.
But I am also, my wife and I are also board members at Martha's House of Hope.
Okay.
So we have been active in the maternity housing world for a long time. Mm-hmm. So this is a great way to combine a couple of my passions, things that I enjoy. And when I found out about it, it's like, let's go.
Yeah, blessed be God. That's awesome. Yeah, so maybe one more time for people who are either just tuning in or didn't catch it the first time, how can people get involved and get on the ride tomorrow morning?
They can register at bikingforbabies.com, mm-hmm. and there will be you got to move around a little bit, get involved in local events, and then you'll be able to find the Central Iowa Ride for Life.
Awesome. Yeah, so check it out, Biking for Babies Central Iowa Ride, bikingforbabies.com, or you can go to iowacatholicradio.com/events and learn more there. Hopefully, you can join for tomorrow's ride, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., starting at St. Luke's the Evangelist. Todd, thanks so much for coming on the show and for sharing. Yeah, let's give a couple shout-outs real quick.
Yeah, a couple things real quick. Also, if you're not a cyclist, we can use volunteers, and you can register at the same site. And I'd also like to, we've got some amazing sponsors and mm-hmm. people that help us out, just like Iowa Catholic Radio mm-hmm. is right now. But I'd like to give our thanks to Bob Brown Chevrolet, Seneca Tank, Edward Jones, Mark Ellison and Ankeny, K.A. Smith PC, and Macinich Corporation. And the guys that always show up for us and help us out are the Knights of Columbus.
Hey,
man.
there you go.
They rock it.
Yeah, blessed be God. Well, things don't happen in the church without people backing it, right? So thank you for all the people who support evangelistic endeavors like this. Todd, thanks again for coming on the show, and we'll be right back after this.
Listen to the Catholic Morning Show weekdays at 7 a.m. Central on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, iowacatholicradio.com, or the Iowa Catholic Radio app.